Welcome back. Just breezing through this thirsty Thursday. Cocktails for everyone. Crack open a cold one. I'm looking at the Facebook feed, and we got all kinds of fresh faces on there. Friends, fans, family. Oh, everyone's on there. Johnny Bell, Robert Chiaccio, Angel Giovinazzo, Jennifer Borcuevas, Michael Mint Russo, a.k.a. Mikey Bagels, some of the best bagels around. Stuart Moskowitz is on there. My buddy Dr. Frank Tamburino, Tommy O'Brien, everybody's on Facebook today. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys are all cool cats, great friends of the show. And the coolest cat around joins me again right now, Frank Morano. Oh no, Frank is not joining me right now. Okay, maybe he'll join me in a minute. For those of you just joining us, I see a bunch of you just checked in. Lots to talk about. Tomorrow, don't forget, exclusive interview with Roger Stone. Okay, the only man still facing jail over the Russia hoax. And Roger's going to be right here with us tomorrow on Liquid Lunch, giving us some insights on how crazy it is that as federal prisoners, like Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's disgraced former attorney, he's been let out of jail as of today. Michael Avenatti, Stormy Simon's attorney, turned out to get indicted and allegedly ripped off a whole bunch of money. Michael Avenatti has been let out of jail. And yet Roger Stone, unfairly, and if you ask me, politically persecuted for being a friend of Trump's, got sentenced to 40 months, 68 years old, never been arrested in life, and somehow or another they want to send this guy into jail. And he says that's a death sentence. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow with Roger. He's one of the best guests that we ever have on the show. You're going to want to tune in tomorrow for that, for sure. Right here in New York, Bill de Blasio, Comrade de Blasio, also known as his real name, Warren Wilhelm, so opposed to Donald Trump building that wall. But in the midst of a pandemic where he's saying we can't afford to pay cops and frontline workers, if we don't get a bailout, we're going to have to lay off workers. This mutt, okay, he's got teams out there putting up fences, building walls to block off the beaches because people who have been quarantined for the last 2 months shouldn't be allowed to walk on a beach publicly. So right in the middle of all this, there's Warren Wilhelm building that wall on our beaches, and then he's got the gall to tell Long Island municipalities that they should allow New York City residents to go crowd up their beaches. So you want to talk about craziness? It's all out there. That's for darn sure. Okay, right in the middle of this, de Blasio wants to start constructing fences to block off the beach. Jenny Beth Martin talked about it a little bit earlier, but at some point, civil discourse and civil disobedience are part of the whole process of fighting tyranny. And we are right now, especially here in New York City and a bunch of other, sanctuary states, we are facing a somewhat tyrannical government who is basically calling balls and strikes on who can work, who can get a job, who can leave their house. And my buddy John Bell, who tunes in every so often, he's one of the finest employment attorneys around. We got to get him on and talk about, forget about the workplace. What about our civil rights? What about our right to go work and feed our family? It all started out, there's hunters and there's gatherers. And people, men and women, they want to go out and hunt, get food, make money, put food on the table. And the government, in many states is still increasingly infringing on our rights and our liberties. And it's pretty damn scary, if you ask me. Heck of a show coming up. Bill Evers is going to join us in just a couple of minutes. Senior Fellow Director of the Center of Educational Excellence at the Independent Institute joins me to talk about the realities of back to school on campus. We'll take a quick break. Don't go nowhere. 1 minute, more Liquid Lunch right after this.